Okay, we've been hearing Ramayana for like from childhood, right? And then we learn the lessons. What are the important lessons we can learn from Ramayana? So that is today's discussion. Okay. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimade Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nidinamini Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Prajahini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschati Deshatari Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasati Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So okay, so okay, so we learn the lessons from Ramayana. So before that, how the Dashavatar Stotra says, Vitarashi Dikshurane Dikpati Kamaniyam Dashamukha Mauli Balim Ramaniyam Keshavadrita Ramashari Jai Jagadish Hare Jai Jagadish Hare Jai Jagadish Hare. O Keshava, Lord of the universe, O Lord Hari, who have assumed the form of Ramchandra, our glory is to you. In the battle of Lanka, you destroyed the 10-headed demon Ravan and distributed his head as a delightful offering to the presiding deities to the 10 directions headed by Indra. This action was long desired by all of them, who were very much harassed by this monster. Okay, so the first lesson from Ramayana is power of bad association. Now, put in the chat who's this lady and who is giving bad association to whom. Type in the chat. Yes. So Mandara to Kaikeyi, very nice. So that's a bad association, right? And what is the effect of it? We know what happened. The whole family got destroyed just because of bad association. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Asat Sangatyage Yei Vaishnavachar. So that's yeah. So he says Asat Sangatyage Ye Vaishnav Achar. That means we have to give up bad association, right? So yeah, so we know the bad association is it will hinder us not only spiritual life, even material life also. So we should have good association with devotees. Sadhu Sangha Sarva Shastra Hai Lava Matra Sadhu Sangha Sarva Siddhi Hoy. So a moment association with a sadhu or a devotee can take us to a higher level. But bad association will always make us go down. So Kaikeyi was very nice, but then because so much of bad association happened with Mantara, that what happened? She kept on hearing so many things that her mind completely changed. Okay, so that's so we should not have bad association. We can choose our association, right? So because association is very important to advance in spiritual life. And if we think we can advance without association, then we are in illusion. So the second lesson to be learned from Ramayana is attachment to service and not to the position, right? Lord Ramchandra became the king of Ayodhya, but then he gave up everything and went to for Vanavas, right? So he was attached to the service, not to the position of it, right? Or also another example of Prataprudra Varma. So he was the king of Orissa. Then what he did, he left that position and started sweeping the floor for Jagannath Rath Yatra. So that is another lesson to be learned. No, we should not imitate Lord Ram, but we can learn lessons from him and follow his footsteps. Okay, so Anukaran and Anucharan is different. So we know how Lakshman and Mata Sita also went with him. The third lesson is mission of life is to vanquish the demonic tendencies in our heart. So Lord Ramchandra killed many demons, and it is said the Lord appears to kill the demons. No, Paritranaya sadhuna vinashaya chadushkritam dharma samsthapanataya sambhavami yuge yuge. So the Lord comes to save the devotees, to kill the demons, and to establish dharma. So demons are representing as our anarthas in us, the demonic tendencies in us. So what are the 6 anarthas we have? Shall unmute everyone.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Kama Krodha
Lobha Moha Mada Matsarya.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Mataji.
Yes, so Kama, Krodha, Lobh, Moha, and Mada Matsarya, right? So these are the 6 anarthas in us. Now we need to kill them. We need to destroy this, that anarthas, that is anartha nivritti stage. That will come by doing bhajana kriya, right? Then anartha nivritti will come. So by continuously chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, all the anarthas or the demonic tendencies in our heart will be destroyed. Okay. Then the 4th lesson is even extreme reversals. If it comes, it should be taken in a proper spirit, and that will help us to fulfill our mission in our life. Right? Extreme reversals. You know how Lord Ramchandra left everything and went to the forest. It's like a reversal, but he took it in a proper spirit, and then that will help us in fulfilling the mission of our life. So some anarthas come in our life also. We should not think why I'm suffering. We are suffering from many things. Birth, with old age, disease, and adhyatmika, bhaudika, kleshas, right? So the reversals keep coming because of our karma. It keeps coming. But then, as Krishna told to Arjuna, Matra sparshasta kaundeya shitoshna sukha agamappayino anityam stamsi dikshasa bharata. Right? Just keep coming and going, right? Happiness and distress. So we should tolerate. So in extreme reversals also. I used to tell the story. There was a donkey who fell into a broken well, and people started throwing stones at it. So instead of taking it as a negative thing, he used that stones to make steps so that to get out of that well. So when extreme reversals come in our life, we should still continue our devotional service. Then we become eligible to get the mercy of the Lord. It is said that Tena Kampam Susamikshamanam Punjana Evatpakutam Vipagam Kritvatpapupi Vitata Namaste Jive Re Mukti Pade Satayabak Tayabak. Even if in that reversals of life conditions, if a devotee keeps on doing devotional service, having strong faith in the Lord he'll become the eligible candidate to get liberation. Okay. So Dayabak, he'll get mukti. And the other lesson is we have to be alert in the spiritual life. Now, what is that quality which Lakshman had? So Lakshman went with Lord Ram and Mata Sita, right? He took a vow. Can you put in the chat? What did he take? What vow did Vrada, like Lakshman take? Yeah, he won't sleep for 14 years, nah? So he took that vow, right? Not sleeping. So we can't imitate that. We can't imitate that. So definitely we can't imitate. But then it is showing alertness in spiritual life. So much alertness is needed because Maya can attack us at any time. Right? Maya can come as any time. So we should be always careful. Like I said, the devotional service is like a razor blade. They shave every day with that blade, and the little carelessness, they get cut. Little carelessness. Similarly, devotional service, little carelessness here and there, then Maya can attack us. And sometimes saintly persons might cause pain to others, not to hurt them, but to benefit them. Okay, so saintly people might, like your spiritual master, your seniors, might tell you something, but it's not, it's for your benefit, it's to correct us. Okay. Yeah. So our goal is to please the Lord. So who's this bird who pleased Lord Ram? Put in the chat. Who's that bird who pleased Lord Ram? Yeah, Jatayu. So Jatayu was the sincere servant of Lord Ram, and he fought with Ravan. He didn't have any weapon. His both wings were cut. Why did Jatayu do this? Because when Ravan took Mother Sita, he could not kidnap the actual Sita. It was Maya Sita. But then, because Mother Sita cannot be touched by Ravan, she's Lakshmi Devi herself. And Lord Ram is never separated from Mother Sita. It's just for pastime that separation happens. So what happened? When Ravan took Mother Sita and Maya Sita and went, that was the time when if anything is done, it will be glorious, victorious at that Muhurta. So Jatayu wanted Ravan to cross that Muhurta so that he doesn't win. So with his whole strength, He tried to stop Ravan, and finally both his wings were cut and he almost was about to die. That Lord Ram came and did his final rites. No? So Jadai became very dear to the Lord. And this is what we want. Ante Narayana Smriti. At the end, we want to think about the Lord. Just imagine Lord himself coming and doing this final rites. Also, Govinda Ghosh for Govinda Ghosh also Krishna did the final rites himself. And we know from Chaitanya Charitamrita, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did the final rites for whom? You can put in the chat. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did the final rites for somebody. Haridas Thakur, yeah, so Haridas Thakur. So they are all pure devotees, which the Lord himself came and did the final rites. So dear they are. So our goal is to please the Lord. Our intention, it might be like we are in Krishna consciousness for 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. It doesn't matter if our intention is not to please the Lord. It has to, anything what we do, sweeping the temple or sweeping is also Krishna service. Doing Aarti is also Krishna service. Preaching is, everything is Krishna service. But the right intention is to please the Lord, not to please people or anybody else. It's to please the Lord. That should be our intention. Samsiddhim Haritoshana. And Lord is the proprietor. Bhoktaram itnitavasam sarvaloga maheshwaram sukritam sarvabhutanam nyatvam mam shanti mritchati. Bhagavad Gita also says that Krishna is the supreme controller, is the supreme enjoyer, and he's our only well-wishing friend. So he is the proprietor of everything. Ishavasamitam sarvam yatkinja jagatyam jagattena taktena bunjitam agrida kashyasviddhanam. Isha Upanishad also says that mantra 1, that Isha Vasamidam Sarva, everything belongs to the Lord. Animate and inanimate, everything belongs to the Lord and is controlled by the Lord. And whatever is allotted for us, we can just enjoy that share, that only that portion of the share can be enjoyed by us. We should not take others' properties or others' things, and knowing that to whom it belongs to. So everything belongs to the Lord, right? So he is the real proprietor. So we should know that. And anybody can make a show of greatness. So Shurparanaga made a lot of show, and she wanted Lord Ram to be pleased. And then Lord Ram sent to Lakshman, and Lakshman again sent to Lord Ram. So, but then she was finally upset, and also, you know, how her nose was cut, nose and ears. So the Shurparanaga indicates that you should not become a show of your greatness. And then bhakti, that is Mother Sita, cannot be achieved by deception. You can see that Ravan came in a form of a sadhu. No, this is duplicity. It's like kutinati. It's one of the weeds of devotional service. Like there are 6 weeds for devotional service. It's kutinati or duplicity, jiva himsa, nishita achar, mana puja pratishtha. Now this should not be there. So first one is duplicity, which Ravan is inside a demon, outside he's dressing like a sadhu. And we can't get Bhakti Devi or Mother Sita, in the sense Bhakti Devi with that. No, you can't get like that. We should be as simple as simplicity in Vaishnavism, and with that we will get the Lord. And that's one thing. And when the Marichi came as the deer, you can see Maya attraction creates traps and make us suffer. Krishna says Maya is his energy. Devi Hesha Gunamai Mama Maya Durati Ya Mame Vaya Pradattinde Maya Etam Tarantite. Krishna says Maya is his energy. But then when Lord Ram and Lakshman and Mother Sita came in human form, they themselves got attracted to Maya, to show that even if we are pure devotees, there is chance that Maya can trap us. Srila Prabhupada used to always pray that to Lord, please don't let me controlled by Maya, or let me not captured by Maya. Because Maya and Krishna don't go together. In the sense, Krishna Surya Sama, Maya Hoya Andhakar. Yaha Krishna Tahanihi Mayara Atikar. Krishna is like sun, Maya is like darkness. And if there is sun, there is no darkness. No, so like that, if Maya is there, if we are not serving Krishna, we are serving Maya. So Marichi, the golden deer, became so attractive that you give little space to Maya, then Maya will capture. But how can we overcome Maya? We have to surrender to Krishna, right? And also Krishna says to Uddhava in the 11th canto, Tava Ubabhukta Shri Ghanda Vaso Alangara Charchika Uchishta Bhojanam Dasas Maya Tava Mayam Jayemi. So today Ramanami, we have to glorify Lord Ram and his appearance. And so it is said that if you smell the scent offered to the Lord, you put the garland offered to the Lord, you take the clothes, ornaments, and also if you take the prasad, then we can overcome Maya. And patience, determination, and enthusiasm is required. Who is this lady? In the chat, who was that? Who was waiting for Lord Ram and Lord Lakshman to come so that yes, Shabari, no? कौन कहते हैं भगवान खाते नहीं फिर शबरी के जैसे खिलाते नहीं. So definitely, so she waited. Her guru told that Lord Ram and Lakshman will come, but nobody believed. She believed, and she had a lot of patience. She waited. She was becoming old. She could not see. She don't even know the fruit is ripe or not. She used to bite and see whether it's ripe, and gave Lord Ram the bitten fruit. So Ulsaha Nishya Dhairya Tattat Karma Pravartana Sangatyaga Sadodriti Shadbir Bhakti Prasiddhyati. So the 6 things which enhance our bhakti. Upadeshamrita, or nectar of instruction, verse 3 says, patience, determination, and enthusiasm or confidence is required in bhakti. Otherwise, we can't advance. And obstacles on the path of bhakti has to be taken as a challenge. So you can see Hanuman crossed the ocean and went to Lanka. And when his tail was on fire, he burned the whole Lanka, right? And so he could cross because he's the devotee of the Lord. Big or small, we can swim the ocean of samsara by chanting the Lord Ram's holy name. So you know the story of squirrel. When the monkeys were taking big stones and building the Sedu Bandhan, the squirrel with small pebble was trying to make. Then Hanuman threw it, and then Lord Ram took that squirrel and said, "Squirrel is doing what he can. You do what you can." So we have to do aneha vikramanasasti pratyavayana vidyate salpam apyasya dharmasya prayade mahado bhayat. Right? Small service also we should do according to our capacity. Pride or attachment leads to the loss of intelligence. So we know the 8 steps of fall down, what will happen. So if you get contemplating the objects, so he was thinking about Mother Sita, so much attached and lust and unfulfilled lust, there was anger, and finally Buddhinasham, then Pranashidi, he fell down. Hearing about the Lord is the revival of a dormant love. So Hanuman is to always chant the holy name of the Lord Ram and hear about him. So Nitya Siddha Krishna Prema Sadhya ko banai, Shravanadi Shuddha Chitta Karai. We have to hear about the Lord, and then only the dormant Krishna Prema, love for Lord, will come up. In service, even a sacrifice, even to of the family, to surrender to Lord Ram, how Vibhishan sacrificed for everything. Even among the demons, he did bhakti, Vibhishan. And then finally, he could Lord Ram. And welcoming the Lord in hearts with lamb. We have to welcome the Lord in our heart. Today is Navami. So Lord Ram will be very pleased when we hear about him, when we chant his holy name. Because it says, Shri Rama Rama Rapeti Rame Rame Manorame Sahasranama Tatulyam Rama Nama Varane. 1,000 names of Vishnu is equal to one name of Lord Ram. Okay, Kirtan has started, so we'll stop. Rama Dimurti Shukala Niyamena Tishta Nana Avatara Makaro Bhuvaneshu Kintu Krishna Swayam Samabhava Brahmahappu Manyo Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. I worship Govinda, the premier Lord. I worship Govinda, the premier Lord, who manifested himself personally as Krishna and the different avatars in the world in the form of Rama, Narasimha, Vamana, etc. and this subjective portion. So Lord Ram is also the expansion of Krishna, and we have to worship him. So today is Ramanavami. Pray to Lord Ram that let us also get that devotional service which Hanuman had. Right? Lord Ram gave that blessing. Okay, the Kirtan has started, but the curtains are not open, but still we can stop, we can enjoy the Kirtan. Because it says in Kali Yuga, more than japa, more than personal japa, Kirtan or the congregational chanting will help us. That's the only way to get out of this material world. So we'll end here. Okay. Hare Krishna, everyone. Thank you for joining. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Happy Ram Navami to everyone. Panchakalpadurubhasya kripa sindhu patitana pavani vaishnavi namo namaha. Kodi Vaishnavi ki jai, Shri Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.